New year, fresh predictions, and not usually the most positive ones come with it. In the past, the mystic Baba Vanga from Bulgaria had a propensity for correctly forecasting natural calamities. Despite her death in 1996, she left to the world a list of potential future occurrences that might drastically alter the direction of human history. Do you think forecasts are true? Come along with me today on this video to learn more about Vanga's expectations and predictions for 2024. Baba Vanga, a Bulgarian mystic who was initially made famous during World War II for her purported prophetic talents, is sometimes referred to as the Nostradamus of the contemporary day. Having been blind since infancy but having the ability to see far into the future, she quickly rose to prominence and was supposedly personally consulted by prominent figures such as Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev and Bulgarian monarch Boris III. Since then, she's been acknowledged for having foreseen several historic occasions, including the devastating Kursk submarine disaster in 2001 and the seismically significant 9/11's terrorist attacks. The fact that there are no documented documents describing her specific words or actions makes her notoriety all the more astounding. Despite Baba Vanga's death in 1996, many people still consider her visions to be important. It appears that actual events have validated one of her published forecasts for 2023, namely that we will experience solar activity that might have grave repercussions for Earth. NASA said in August 2023 that it had discovered a large sunspot that has the potential to produce solar flares and solar plasma coronal mass ejections. Such occurrences have the potential to severely damage infrastructure, including electrical networks. Astronomical occurrences of other kinds were also on Baba Vanga's mental radar besides solar flares. Additionally, she is alleged to have foreseen an even more amazing development, namely, a modification to Earth's orbit. Gravitational forces govern the orbits of planets in the solar system, and these orbits are always subject to modification. But these changes usually happen very gradually over lengthy periods, so something more drastic would have a significant impact on all of us. Imagine radiation levels skyrocketing, climate change, and general mayhem that we would be utterly helpless to stop. Among Baba Vanga's most horrifying prophecies is the idea of a big country conducting biological weapons experiments or assaults. But given that we survived the last year unscratched, which of Baba Vanga's predictions could come true in 2024? Are you curious about her thoughts about 2024? Let's continue as we examine some of her most well-known predictions for the year. A quantum computer breakthrough. Given that machine learning is presently revolutionizing the globe, it makes sense that generative AI solutions like ChatGPT are making the news. The mainstream media pays less attention to the fact that quantum computing is likewise developing at a rapid rate. By utilizing qubits or quantum bits rather than the more widely used bits, and by applying quantum mechanical processes, quantum computers can solve problems significantly more quickly than standard computers. Though it seems like something out of science fiction, this incredibly intricate stuff is occurring. Furthermore, it's amazing to think that the mystic Baba Vanga, who lived in the highlands of Bulgaria, may have predicted a breakthrough in quantum computing for the modern day. Should it occur in 2024, it will undoubtedly hasten the AI revolution even further, impacting nearly every individual on the planet. An assassin will target Vladimir Putin. According to reports, Vanga has once more stated that someone will try to assassinate the president of Russia, who ordered the military action that started the current conflict in Ukraine. Please share your thoughts on this one. Terrorist attacks and the use of biological weapons. The predictor predicted that there would be more terrorist attacks in Europe in the coming year and that a big country would test biological weapons. Human economic disaster. You may argue that the current economic crisis is old news, but Vanga said that rising debt levels, geopolitical conflicts, and a transfer in economic dominance from the West to the East will bring about additional problems. Reports predict that global GDP growth would slow down from an anticipated 2.7% in 2023 to 2.4% in 2024, indicating that the current slow growth patterns will continue. Particularly developing economies are finding it difficult to recover from the losses caused by pandemics, with many of them suffering from excessive debt and a lack of investment. The greatest economy in the world, the United States, is predicted to suffer slower GDP growth in 2024 from 2.5% in 2023 to 1.4% in 2024. Its economy depends heavily on consumer spending, which is predicted to decline as a result of a number of issues, including rising interest rates and a contracting labor market. Amidst both internal and external challenges, China's growth is anticipated to moderately slow down in 2024, predicted to have dropped from 5.3% in 2023 to 4.7% in 2024. Significant economic headwinds also confront Europe and Japan, whose respective growth rates are only expected to reach 1.2% in 2024. The situation for developing nations is different. Africa's growth is expected to pick up a little bit, from 3.3% in 2023 to 3.5% in 2024. The paper states that while the least developed countries, LDCs, are expected to expand by 5.0% in 2024, this will not meet the Sustainable Development Goals growth objective of 7.0%. For these countries, high debt and little fiscal flexibility can still be major issues. Horrible weather accidents. This prediction is not shocking at all because of climate change, since nations all across the world are seeing an increase in extreme weather occurrences. Vanga, though, says there's more to come. Early in January, scientists from the EU's Copernicus Climate Change Service verified that 2023 was, in fact, the warmest year ever recorded. The Earth will suffer permanent harm if temperatures climb by 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, which is now the case. But the intense heat we saw last year, along with storms, floods, and drought, is something we'll need to be ready for far more frequently now, rather than as an isolated incident. You'll have to get ready. There will be a broad impact of extreme weather on industry, society, and people. There were 25 extreme weather occurrences in the US last year, resulting in damages over $1 billion and 464 fatalities. People had physical and mental health problems, saw destruction to personal belongings, or lost their houses. Attacks by cyber. The mystics forecast that hackers will intensify their attacks in the online realm is astounding, especially given that the internet was still in its early stages at the time of her death. She asserted that critical infrastructure will be the target of cyber attacks, endangering security. In 2024, talk about ransomware attacks, a chronic concern in recent years, is predicted to keep growing. Cyber criminals are anticipated to target not only businesses, but also municipal services and vital infrastructure. In order to lessen the effect of ransomware, businesses must emphasize strong backup solutions, personnel training, and vulnerability assessments because of the continued high potential for disruption and financial loss. Cybersecurity faces both possibilities and dangers as to AI's fast growth, and the same tools that provide attackers sophisticated skills may also be valuable for cyber defense. Applying AI to cybersecurity effectively requires a methodical strategy that makes sure the technology tackles certain issues in the tech stack. The history of designer people. A much-discussed prophecy of Baba Vanga concerns humans raised and birthed in laboratories. Or did she imply that people may be genetically tweaked to resemble their parents' characteristics? Regardless of the exact reality of the mystic's vision, this is undoubtedly dystopian material that is hard to picture occurring as early as this year. That being said, it's quite feasible that we'll witness astounding advancements in IVF, genetic testing, and childbirth, which might have an impact on how people view childbirth in general. Even if Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, in which people are raised in vats, is not likely to come to pass, amazing developments might be coming. We'll close on a somewhat more upbeat tone with Baba Vanga's prophecy that humans will chain cancer with iron chains. Stated differently, ultimately delivering humans from this disease. Is 2024 the year when this occurs? Baba Vanga herself died of cancer, and rumor has it that in a 1990 interview, she gave a precise date of death, August 11, 1996. We could be looking forward to a far better future for human health if her predictions about medical advancements come to pass. That is, of course, assuming we escape being obliterated by a change in the planet's orbit. Even though Vanga's prophecies are not well documented, she is nonetheless given credit for them, and it is evident that many people are persuaded by her predictions as more and more things come to pass. Baba Vanga is a Bulgarian mystic who has a reputation for correctly forecasting natural calamities, so if her prophecies for 2024 come true, we should all take some preparations. If you find this video informative, hit the subscribe and like button. Don't forget to leave a comment below. We sure want to hear your opinion on this topic. To get the latest updates, kindly turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.